Hi, in today's video I will talk about how trauma shapes your adult life. Welcome to my channel. In my previous video I was talking about trauma responses, how we respond to the trauma at the moment. But today I would like to talk about childhood trauma and how it impacts your adult life. So let's start. Childhood trauma shapes adult relationships through the nervous system programming. Our earliest relationships and environments have the biggest impact on how we shape our future. Childhood experiences wire our nervous system. Our earliest relationships, especially with parents figures, physically shape our nervous system development and programming. This programming determines how we will think, feel, and act in relationships through our lives. Even subtle forms of emotional neglect or inconsistent support can create trauma. As the child developing brain and body learn to stay in a state of hypervigilance. Trauma bonds keep us stuck. And as adults, we subconsciously seek out and recreate familiar relationship patterns that mirror our earliest attachments. Subconsciously, we don't even know that. These trauma bonds don't serve our best interest but feel safe because they're neurobiologically familiar. We may find ourselves attracted to partners who trigger our old wounds or recreate dysfunctional dynamics from childhood. So, if your father was drinking alcohol, there's a big chance that your partner will be drinking, that subconsciously you will find a partner with the same problem because this feels safe and familiar for your subconscious mind. Your subconscious mind knows this pattern. Somebody who is balanced would be very weird for your subconscious mind. Healing requires rewiring. To break free from trauma bonds, we must regulate our nervous system and create new neutral pathways. This involves becoming aware of our conditioned responses, practicing self-soothing techniques, and gradually exposing ourselves to healthier rational experiences. As we heal, we become capable of forming secure, authentic connections. Let's talk a bit about ego stories. The ego stories and conditioned selves drive dysfunctional relationship patterns. Our ego story was created by our subconscious mind to help us cope with the unmet needs that caused us to believe that we are not worthy. Ego stories distort reality. Our subconscious mind creates narratives to make sense of our childhood experiences and protect us from pain. These ego stories become deeply ingrained, filtering our perceptions and driving our behaviors in relationships. Common themes include feeling unlovable, unworthy, not good enough, or destined for abandonment. So you are programmed, uh, and this program is actually not serving you, but your subconscious mind has the positive intention. It wants to save you, to protect you at all costs. And this is what your subconscious mind knows. This is thinking the enemy I know is better than enemy I don't know. That's why it's repeating the patterns. And the only method to break free from it is to start with self-awareness, observing your patterns, observing this parts of your life which are not fulfilling for you. Is it work? Is it are this the toxic relationships, or maybe not fulfilling friendships? Look at the part of your life which is not fulfilling and observe it, and then try to find the source of it. How was it in your family? What were the dynamics in your family between your mother, father, and you? Maybe bigger family like aunties, uncles, also children at school. Observation is the key. As they say, energy flows where the attention goes. So look at it. Let's continue. Conditioned selves limit your authenticity, your identity. To cope with childhood trauma, we develop conditioned selves. Roles we play to feel safe and loved. These include caretaker. Maybe you are a caretaker. You gain worth through meeting others' needs. You help others more than you help yourself. You are always for others. And of course, it comes from your childhood. Maybe you are an overachiever. You seek constant validation and perfection to fulfill the void in yourself, to show others that you can do it. Maybe your father or mother said multiple times that you are stupid, you can't make it, and now you need to prove that you are good enough, and you work 12 hours a day, maybe even earning a lot of money, but you're not happy because it's not your authentic self. Another one, underachiever, and it's a very common one, very common one. I see it a lot. This type hides to avoid judgment. So they don't use their potential at all. They don't see the opportunities in life. They don't finish the schools. They simply just do minimum, and they don't believe in themselves. They don't believe they can finish the high school or they can study. I was underachiever. For instance, they get possibilities at work, but they refuse them because it's too much work, or because this, or because of that. I know a person years ago, this person got a very good job proposition and said no. And when I asked her, why did you do that? She didn't have the answer. So it's very popular one. I see many extremely intelligent people who completely don't use their potential. They are stuck in the jobs they don't like, they don't finish schools, etc. Another type, rescuer, protector. This person finds purpose in saving others. It's very similar to caretaker. This person needs to rescue others to feel fulfilled, to fill the void in themselves. Another one, another type, life of the party, avoids uncomfortable emotions, doesn't want to talk about emotions, everything is hidden, it's an introvert, doesn't show emotions. It's difficult for them to connect with their emotions. And Many people who went through childhood trauma have difficulties to connect with their bodies or with their emotions. Yes person agrees to everything, neglecting own needs. So this person has problem with assertivity, wants to say no, but says yes. And because of that is always unhappy, always judging themselves, uh, not being able to say no, to refuse. Another type, hero worshipper, idealizes others, dismissing own worth. Others are always better. And there are chubby, stupid, not worthy, not having a good education. There's always something. And the last one, apologizing type of person. Apologizes for everything. And there is on Netflix, there's this program, Fabulous Five. Fabulous Five. Five guys help people to transform, mostly physically, but also mentally. There is also a coach. And once there was a woman, and she was apologizing for everything. Like she moved a little bit left, she was apologizing. She closed the door too hardly, too loudly, she was apologizing. She was apologizing for everything, for looking, for breathing, uh, for everything. It's very, very, very typical for these people, apologizing for everything. What can break the cycle? As I always say, awareness. Observe yourself. You need to create a peaceful space for yourself, sit and observe. How do you behave? What makes you unhappy? What are the unhappy parts of your life? What's going on there? How it was when you were a child, how it is now, how it is connected to your parents and your environment. By developing awareness of our ego stories and conditioned selves, we can begin to make new choices. You can decide to stop apologizing, and it will be extremely difficult, I know. But in the end, it will work out. So you need to observe your patterns without judgment and gradually introducing more authentic ways of being. Observe your emotions and observe your body. The body holds the key. Our physical sensations play a crucial role in our emotional life, communicating our body's ongoing assessment of safety to our brain. Many of us are disconnected, as I said, from our bodies and emotions due to past trauma, making it difficult to regulate our emotions and feel safe in relationships. Nervous system regulation creates safety. When our nervous system is dysregulated, we are stuck in survival mode, unable to authentically connect. Practices to regulate the nervous system include observing your body. Sit in a quiet place and observe your body. What do you feel? Do you feel a tension in your legs? Do you feel maybe itching somewhere? Observe simply your body. Observe your emotions. How do you feel? What do you feel? Don't judge anything. And then observe your thoughts. What kind of thoughts you have about yourself, about the world, about your family, about your partner. What are your thoughts? Are they positive or negative? So observe your body, emotions, and thoughts, one after another. Just let them flow, don't judge, and write down your observations and think about it. I always advise to start breathing techniques. There are many on YouTube, but I can also show one. I think I had a video about the square breathing. It's a very good one. I will place a link below the video to the square breathing. Any breathing technique, even if you just sit and breathe deeply to your abdomen and breathe out, it already brings a lot of oxygen to your body and calmness. I also recommend Qigong exercises. I do it every day, and it's your energy, your life energy starts moving in your body. Most of the traumatized people, if not all of them, are not grounded to earth. Any grounding exercise can help. Just sit in a quiet place, close your eyes, take few deep breaths, and visualize that from the bottom of your feet there are growing big and thick roots through all the layers of the Mother Earth. And in the center of Mother Earth, there's a red crystal. Make a good, thick knot, strong with your roots. And then take few deep breaths and open your eyes. You can also ground yourself by dancing without shoes. You can have socks or bare feet, dancing, walking without shoes at home, visualizing the roots, as I said, exercising, moving, and also setting boundaries for others and for yourself. So if you are not assertive, if you are people's pleasure, just set the boundaries that from now on you will take care of yourself more than you take care of others. You need to be on the first place. And if you have enough time and energy, you can help others. If you have a pet, go and walk with your pet, play with your pet. It's a hug your pet. It's a fantastic antidepressant. As we develop body, emotions, and thoughts consciousness, we become more attuned to our physical, emotional sensations and their emotional meanings. This allows us to make conscious choices about how we want to feel, behave, and show up in our relationships, rather than being driven by unconscious reactions. Remember, you are programmed by your traumas. You can change this programming and you can change it yourself. But if it's too difficult, look for a professional help. It's very important because you have one life as yourself. In another life, if you believe it, you will be somebody else. So you have only one chance, one life to change it. And I would like to emphasize, sorry for the pronunciation, that um, if you won't fix yourself in this life, if you won't fix the majority of the issues in this life, these issues probably will show up in another lives until you fix them. So it's really worth it to work on yourself in this life. Why would you suffer in another life? The same issues, the same patterns. Don't do that. Just work on yourself. It's really worth it. I hope you find it interesting. In the next videos, I will continue this trauma. So I see you in the next video. And if you like my videos, if you like my content, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe. It will help my channel. And I appreciate you a lot that you watch my videos, and I appreciate all the comments. If you have any ideas, if you have any feedback, then please do not hesitate to write it down in the comment field. I am always very happy to answer the comments and the questions. Thank you so much for being here, and I wish you a great day, and I see you in the next video. Bye.